Greetings everyone, here's Lodrik and this is a Game 1 the Pacific Admirals Edition. This is my play-by-email match against Xargun. He's Allied Commander and for me it is the Empire of Japan. This is scenario 1 on game version 26B, all stock, no modifications. I take Cooktown, no one is here, so the northeastern area of Australia is secured. Here's one of my submarines, more or less on the way back to Perth to get fuel and torpedoes. And then I'm running here in an enemy corvette. And this corvettes are always sub-killers and this is shallow water, so this is the most unlucky situation, and I always try to avoid shallow water. But yeah, this was unlucky. And so I have here a super heavily damaged and for sure normally lost submarine. Yeah, you can see. And the commander cannot reach the surface and survive. Naja. That means the captain is dead. The other attack on the cargo ship is failing. So not only lost this was the first submarine I really lost in the war so far. So I would say this is okay. In 4 months, 1 submarine. Yeah. Tahiti. I spot here some destroyers. Nothing happens. Okay, but the second attack on the cargo ship is successful, so there's one cargo ship with fuel, so support tankers, and burning heavily, so 1 cargo ship destroyed, 1 submarine lost. This is of course nothing what Japan can handle. And I try to close the distance to this two tanker, cargo ships, whatever, but my scout cruisers are not able to catch them this turn. Good, so first some sweet actions over the enemy to avoid make sure there's no enemy cap fighter left for the incoming bombers later. Bendering, some bombardments, nothing special, not really high, good hits on the ground, but all of 20,000. This is not always to be expected. What is a little surprise is here that I lose here 2 bombers in 20,000 feet. That is unlucky. Overall, not very active airface. Reports all blue, so wrong information, not trustful information, whatever. Ground attacks against dot base here. Okay. But no American bomber attack. And at the end of the day, there's an American Mark 14 torpedo hit and explosion. So there was, I think, 2 torpedo hits. But anyway, 1 explosion is enough to sink a local minesweeper. This is the second local minesweeper I lose already against torpedo attacks. So a very one-sided show today. I lose a submarine, I lost a local minesweeper, in the air I lost 2 bombers over Bendering, This kind of casualties are terrible. So, second attack on Wellington. Yesterday there was the so-so attack. Today again I can reduce the fort level again. And yeah, similar to yesterday I would say. I have higher numbers on disabled, or I have at least disabled units on my side and not much destroyed. And the New Zealand army is falling slowly apart. And especially I take down the fort against once more. So, but again, only a tactical victory. The city is still under Allied command. Bombardment here in the mountains, taking down some Chinese. Similar, high numbers of disabled, nothing destroyed, but okay. And Bendoing. And last attack was also not so successful, so I can switch back to bombardment. My tanks are catching with the retreating Dutch forces out of the Bang. Both won't fight. Still a little longer. Okay. So you see, Ops mod is wrong. So I think Xargun is trying to escape, but yeah, so I can inflict more damage. The only real success today was okay. I think this one cargo ship, and I can destroy here one New Zealand army or ground force. So the rail is now open. That is okay, so I can ship now much easier supplies from Auckland to Wellington to my forces fighting them. And at the land I also have here one unit is now more or less destroyed. This is allies attacking me in China. I think he won't get rid of these two units. Anyway, I won't attack him. So this is a counter attack, and now the Chinese are destroyed. And my Navy Guard unit is also destroyed. So this is the first submarine I lost, and it's also the first land combat unit I lost so far in the war. So the darkest days, or the darkest day so far in the war. High casualties on my side. Yeah, so I only have one choice. I must ramp up the production, rebuild my Navy Guard units, maybe push to build up a little more submarine fleets or some more subs. They're normally a low priority for me, but yeah, what else I can do? Air losses also terrible, 0 to 4. Yeah. And both pilots killed by flak over Bendoing. 2 army pilots. So this is a local minesweeper standard. This is a submarine and this is a cargo ship. I can now say that this is more or less the cheapest, lowest level fleet submarine the Japanese have. You have the rowboats in good and bad quality. Let's say this is maybe the lowest stuff. And then you have because they are normally short range submarines and outdated designs, they have the old torpedoes. This is after the rowboats you have normally this kind of class. The torpedo power is okay. You can see you have 6 front and 2 rear tubes, but this they don't have the range. And I think durability is only 20 compared to other submarines. So at the end they have a victory value only of 6. So yeah, but they have a 12 centimeter gun, so they are not really bad. Normal they only have lower victory value, but often lower victory value not means really that they are cheaper or more worse. This is a fleet submarine, but it's the first one I lost. Good. And I also lost the Navy Guard unit, so this is the first ground unit is destroyed. So you can see the 65th Navy Guard unit getting destroyed. It's now I have to buy it back. So you simply only click on it and then say, you want to get this guy back, you only pay 1 point. So it's more or less for free, you can get it back. You only, I think, must buy it back because they will come, I think, with general defense system. I'm not so much sure. I can maybe check it. If I now go to reinforcement, then you always see the star. Then the star is a rebuild unit. Where's the star? This is not possible. I must maybe miss it. Here's the star. So 65th Navy Guard unit, and you can see now they are belonging to the general defense, so you must buy them back. But they will come back with more or less no value, so I think you can buy them out for 1 point or something like this. We will see. And if I cannot really buy them out or something, then I can still keep them for defense duty if there's ever a strike on Japan in the next 2, 3, 4, 5 years. Good, no real situation change in China. Everything is still moving in locations. Are waiting for reinforcements to attack Xining. Nothing else happened. No, nothing really. Here was this double battle. First the Chinese attack me, cannot win the battle of course, and I strike back and defeat them. So now I only must take on this other army. It's moving northwest somehow. I think they're trying to reach the city. Not that really important, even if I lose the city, there's no industry. This can flip, doesn't matter. I only must make sure that they don't reach the coastline or Kong or something like this. Nothing in Burma, nothing in Ceylon. Waiting for reinforcements. The tanks are on the way. Once the tanks arrive, I can maybe attack. You can also see that I plan here my next carrier raid to India Ocean. So they are trying to more or less raid the west coast of India. You cannot go to Africa, so you only can raid the West Indian coast. Maybe I can find something. Most important is, from tactical or strategic point, thunderstorms and no detection. So I am now already west of Colombo, and I will maybe go in the range of 15 from the coast. So I will be more or less out of range for any Navy search, at least for Catalinas. This was this tank attack, was successful, the Dutch are retreating. Okay, not too special. Nothing else too special. My new carrier division, because I have now the Pacific carrier division, India Ocean carrier division, and I will also create the Perth carrier division. This is the carrier division for Perth. So Unio and here you are here with I would say actively 58 airplanes. They're always switching between 58 and 60. 60 is the maximum, but they are not stable. They're often falling back to 58 after some time. But these are 2 fleet carriers, but not with a range. So I cannot really go deep in somewhere else. So, but for Perth, I would say it's enough to get some support there. Maybe if the British, this kind of carriers they can fight on the British carriers, maybe not the American fleet carriers. So anything else? Not really here. Here's everything stable, under control. I try to reach this last city. Once I can take this, and really this is secured, no one will, I think, walk here in the desert. At least this needs weeks and months. And I don't know how the supply if you walk this way. I think you can only make amphibious assaults. I catch up with the retreating Australian Perth army or whatever is left. So I have here my one division. Create them and attack them once again. And the other one with the Navy Guard unit. Good. And I also corner here the rest of the Perth army. I don't know what is left and what is this one. 1 unit is at least here. 3 units are here. Okay. Here's some Air Force, but I think they're only scout airplanes or something else. I don't know. And yeah, because I have no Perth, I can more or less scout 20 deep. But if my south, I can maybe go up to this hex. but there's still a lot of more source of this hex. So everything what is source of this hex I cannot see. But I know where the ports, so I simply block this port area and this port area with my submarines. And because I sent some submarines from Nomaya here over, and one of the submarines run into a corvette and sunk here. The other one is out of shallow water now. So this was a little unlucky, but at least I found a cargo ship. So, yeah. New Zealand, this was a successful battle. There's still one unit, but the rail is open, so at least this is done. And Wellington holds again, so I will maybe now better rest a little, get the fatigue done, and maybe in 4 days I can attack again. But I think Wellington is now soon finished. And anything else? Nothing else around Tahiti. There was this destroyer group, and because there's this destroyer group, I cannot really fight them here in shallow water. This is too risky with my submarines. But I can maybe create a cruiser formation and go for Tahiti. And if I can catch them, that would be nice. And if I don't catch them, I can maybe bombard Tahiti again. And the last operation was here at Pearl. Yeah. So I tried to catch these 2 ships, but I missed them a little. But I'm now very close. Maybe tomorrow I can force them to attack. Or force them to in the surface battle. So there are 2 tankers or whatever. My carriers are in this location, so I come to close the distance. I still must worry that because I detect these 2 units means that Xargun knows that I am here, and I don't know how much he will send out of Hawaii to support these 2 units. So if I run here in heavy cruisers, then my destroyer formation will have trouble. If I'm lucky, he sent out a cruiser formation, he engaged my destroyer, maybe I lose this task force in worst case, but then my carriers can maybe strike the cruiser formation. So if I maybe sink 4 enemy heavy cruisers and destroyers, losing these 2 destroyers and the scout cruiser is of course value, but I cannot change it now. These are really ships with value. You can see that they have a high, like heavy cruisers. They have tonnage like heavy cruisers. And the most important is that you normally can make out of this escort carrier. A support carrier, light crew carrier. And this light carriers, they get even greater. Still, the capacity is only 30, so 1 wing you can load here. But they are fast. And they have range. But you need 300 days to rebuild this ship completely. So more or less out of action for 9 months. Good, then let's see how this will end and what else will happen next turn. Take care, bye bye.